Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory. Call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Harachakodas with double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in faith and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Shalom to the Aquat and Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, it's an edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of the other nations, looking like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To USA Shalom. This is the brother Yahweh Sap out of the GMS Cleveland Church, fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. And basically, I was just like laying, just getting up, kind of, sort of, because I was up for maybe the last 15, 20 minutes, but just laying there, meditating to a certain extent, just, trying to get in the spirit, of getting up. And I got to scrolling through YouTube, hoping to find some kind of, inspiring lesson or video from a brother to motivate me. And end up coming across a video, a news video. And mind you, the thing is, you got to remember, Esau uses such a thing called propaganda. And, propaganda is information that Esau wants you to use to manipulate you, you know what I mean? It could be fake news, it could be fake information, because they're going to use that information basically to control. And long story short, just along the lines of, like I remember we was doing a camp and one of the brothers brought out some information I had no idea of called the crowds on demand. Like you got a company that actually provides protesters. You get what I'm saying? So, it's just like Esau is truly a master of illusion. He's a cunning hunter. It shows you that in scripture. You know what I mean? It tells you that in scripture. He's a hunter. You know what I mean? This is about like my third time trying to do this video. I don't know why. It could be just early morning. Everything ain't Satan, or left hand spirit. But at the same time, it's just like it's funny because, like I say, I want to call myself basically because it's copyrighted material. So I used the Fair Use Act, and then I tried to basically fast forward because it was an ad, and I didn't want to type any of that. It basically stopped the mobile zine. So like I said, this is the third, fourth time I'm trying to do this video. Just when I first seen the video, I'm like, well, damn, this looked scripted. But then at the same time, the whole purpose of this video is because it was a particular word used, and I'm like, wow, because sometimes I wonder, you be thinking like, damn, Esau a genius, like with this COVID thing. Esau a genius. But then at the same time, you look back and you like, well, it tells you in scripture that, the Most High is blind in most people's eyes. So yeah, of course, most people ain't gonna see it. So is it truly he's a genius, or is he the left hand witchcraft? You know what I mean? Because, like you got men in the world, even people that don't even believe in the truth. They just aware of, certain things, from if it's another Edomite where the tongue is falling upon themselves, which is spoken of in the book of Psalms, or is it a heathen? I mean, you got people coming out with information, like the guy Richie from Boston. I often question, is he an Israelite? I've heard Apostle Tahar question, is Dabu 7 an Israelite, because of how they spirit removing sometimes. It's not about your outward appearance, you know what I mean? Because you're going to have Israelites that's going to look like all different kinds of people. You know what I mean? It's all based on the spirit, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because we name like some of the most racist people when, this country is founded on racism. But then you can't really say we racist because I know it confounds people. That's how you know most people are carnal, not spiritual. You know what I mean? Because they'll be like, we all for the Israelites and we don't care about nobody else. But then they'll see a person that appears to be an Edomite, and they're like, well, what's different about them? Everything, they spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny. The Most High has a sense of humor when you really take time to think about it. But anyhow, so I'm gonna play some of this video because I ain't trying to. It shouldn't be that long of a video. And like I said, through the spirit, I'll be going. But you know what I mean. So without further ado, I'm gonna play the Fair Use Act. Then I'm gonna play the video. And like I said, I want you to really ingest it and digest it and meditate on it. And then I'm gonna get what I say And, it's only a few scripts, and that should be the end of the lesson. Bear with me for a second.
Her side of the story. We're hearing from a woman who says she was tased twice by a now former Miami Gardens police officer, criminally charged for also appearing to kneel on her neck. The former officer was working at a club in Miami Gardens when this happened.
He's now facing felony charges and was fired from the force. CBS 4's Ted Scouten has what she and her attorney are saying from Miami Gardens.
I got hit on her neck.
It's cell phone video of Sophia Satchel as former Miami Gardens police officer Jordy Martell appears to have his knee on her neck while tasing her twice. It happened in the parking lot of Tootsie's Cabaret in January.
At that moment, I didn't know if I was being shot or tased. Like, I know my body was, he didn't know if I was being shot or tased. Like, I know my body was, he was holding me down.
Cabaret in January.
At that moment, I didn't know if I was being shot.
And that's what I wanted to get. You see the word alleged victim. Okay, I'm going to continue playing the video, and then I'm going to bring up.
Or tased. Like, I know my body was, he was holding me down. The other officer was holding me down. So at that moment, I just didn't know what was going on. All I could do is just scream.
Satchel has a criminal justice degree from Temple University. She tells us this all happened after a disagreement over a food order inside the club. Satchel said she paid her bill and left. As she tried to leave, that's when she said she was stopped and had the run-in with Martell.
When he put his hand in my car, I knew something wrong, or it was about to escalate and it was about to go wrong. So once he got the door open and dragged me out, it was just like all control was lost.
Martell faces 2 counts of official misconduct and 4 counts of battery. He's out on bond. His attorney told us, "We intend to enter a plea of not guilty. He is innocent, and we will prove that when we get to court." Satchel's attorney is looking forward to the court date.
Justice will be determined with a jury verdict in this case. We're not asking for the state to extend a plea offer to the former officer in this case. We want the jury to see the video. We want the jury to hear the facts. We want the judge to decide the appropriate sentence in this case.
Martell's attorney points out Satchel was arrested a few months after the incident at Tootsie's, this time after a traffic crash in Miami on June 4th. According to the police report, Satchel seemed off balance, and when the officer asked her to take a seat on the curb, she said, "I'm not going to sit down because I'm black, and that's how you guys beat black people up." She was arrested after police say she began yelling obscenities and would not give her driver's license. She was charged with resisting an officer without violence and disorderly intoxication.
And I just want to say this. That just show you how Satan truly works. What happened after this incident got to do with this incident? You don't have none of that on film. You could clearly see this man opened up her door. You clearly see that this man is kneeling on her neck. You clearly see this man stunning her. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just funny to me. I mean, and that's what the devil does. He lies. He plays with words. You know what I mean? Now, it's also spiritual because it's just showing you he has no remorse. You see that dude? And then, like, say, I mean, it's just funny because, that's the future. That's the nigger woman. My demon get offended when I call her a nigger woman. I'm like, well, you acting like a nigger woman. I'm trying not to call you a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, but you act like a nigger woman. You tougher than me. I just literally did some shit for her. You know how grateful this person is? And like I say, I constantly go through it because at the end of the day, the Lord just showed me that, I mean, put it like this. I got children and, I recently just said something to the demon too. I was like, because people always want to tell you about this and that about the Bible. And I said, you don't even know the first thing about the Bible. A true man of the Lord is going to love the Lord before his kids, his family, himself. So you sitting up here want to try and everybody know your belief system. I got people that ain't in the camp that I ain't never met, but I'm like, this is really demons for the last 5 years. This person has been going by it based on what other people are saying as opposed to what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, that's like what the Lord showing me, I'm doing the right thing because, I'm constantly persecuted through that manner. It's people I ain't never met, that then affected my life completely. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that just show you how weak a broad female is for real. You know, the history I have with her, you can let somebody just come out the. That just show you the weakness of a woman. You know what I mean? And that's why it just the scriptures are totally true. You know, Esau say, "Oh yeah, you can have a woman working around a man." Why do you think you got a divorce rates and adultery the way they are? You know what I mean? A woman shouldn't really be working, and she don't really want to work. You know what I mean? If a woman was provided for the way she want to be provided for, she would never fucking work. But because like when you really go into the reason why women work today, I've seen women that sit up there, they want to be independent, but then want to whine about how they always working. You know, unless they got like a own business or a cushy job, women don't want to fucking work. You got men that don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the way you work, and this is beyond just working. This is like you got people right now that's man, like I said, you got people. you got fast food. I got a brother that's in fast food. This brother been in fast food for the last couple of years. You know how this brother worked? You know what I mean? He just now, after like a year and a half, took off to go to out of town to visit another camp. He never really go because at the end of the day, he's always working. And he work at like a Pizza Hut. You get what I'm saying? Because especially now, you know what I mean? It's just so funny how they got all this shit going. But not to digress, because like I said, I didn't mean to make this that long. Like I said, that's just, the Lord always do something spiritually. He does something before. When you really read the scriptures and see when the prophets was out doing, like for instance, like when Isaiah was walking around, my demon told me that. Then I read, and I was like, wow, because so you could know the scriptures, but do you know the scriptures? You know what I'm saying? You'll have a person try to tell you something about the Bible, but then breaking the law in the Bible. They'll be like, what I want to listen to you for? We get talked about when we try to actually walk and do the laws, statutes, and commandments. I had there's so many demons around here too. Not to digress, but it was just, I stay in like a really little weird little place, you know what I mean? But that's where the Lord put me at. I was sitting up here and a dude came right by my window and was sitting up there talking about, yeah, King James is a faggot. Oh, no, what did he say? He said King James is in Satan's ass. So I almost, it was funny because I had just heard that lesson by the elder Demashapot, right? So I immediately got salty about to say something out the window. Then when I look, you know what I'm saying? It's this particular like individual that got a hellified whole bunch of demons on it. So it was just a spirit because Elder Demashapot was like, you got to learn to control your spirit. You can't get angry. So at first, I was going to say something, but then I realized like this dude completely crazy. But the dude not crazy. He got demons on him. He says he's so. This dude. Why would you? I even get. At first, I was gonna get offended. Like if it was. The old me a day before, if I hadn't seen that video, I'd have been saying some shit out the window. We got to see each other. It was probably something stupid. But then I had to think about it. I'm like, why would I get mad when I clearly know this dude, the demon, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's so delusional. The dude literally just made a statement talking about something. They make movies about me. Like, nigga, is you serious? This guy is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, because at first, like I said, it was a derogatory term, and I know brothers be having a zeal, so you get upset. But then when I thought about him, like I say, at first I'm like, I got mad. Then I'm like, what would I get mad for? He don't even understand hell. You know what I mean? Like you got people enjoying living like this. You know what I mean? You got people that have fought to have food stamps and a place, a CMHA, a government funded spot. Wait till they take that shit away. Well, they're not going to completely take it away. They about to put you in a position where you about to comply. Because you got people all for the universal basic income. I'm jumping around. Salakia. Like I said, I just was looking at the Lord tends to, do things in a certain kind of way before he actually do it. Like I said with Isaiah. Salakia for digressing and changing the topic, want to stay on topic. He made Isaiah walk around for 3 years naked because it was to symbolize Israel being made naked. And that's the same thing with this woman. You know what I mean? You seeing they husband, they love her, you know what I mean? Because I remember an old school Jake told me something that I never forgot. And I actually physically witnessed it since I've actually had my children with this damn demon. He said the freest people in America is a white man and a nigga woman. Just like the most racist motherfuckers in America is a white man and a nigga woman. You get what I'm saying? You know, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know what the definition of racism is. It means you're for your race. You'll be a fucking idiot to be like a Candace Owens, a bitch that's actually so-called black, but so brainwashed she thinks she fucking white because she married a white person. I mean, you got people that thinking they on a level because they made money, but every day they show you not on our level. They show you that now. I mean, do you know what this is reminiscent of? Look, this man has his knee on this woman's neck. And she deserved every bit of it if she going through it. You know what I'm saying? So, Lucky, let me finish the video. Then I'm gonna bring out these scriptures and end the lesson.
In the case against Martel, Satchel's attorney said the recent arrest is not admissible and said, I hope Martel's lawyer has a better defense at trial than to try and pin an inadmissible misdemeanor against her. The cell phone video...
Guys, that should show you something. Like, at the end of the day, like I knew that. I ain't even no fucking lawyer. What do this case got to do with that case? With, like I say, this case has nothing. This man literally just opened up their door, pulled her out, and started tasing her. I mean, it has. I mean, like, I don't. But you know what? It's kind of spiritual too. Like, I mean, like when I went to jail, the dude, I got so angry because he tried to talk shit. And it is so funny too because the reason why I did what I did is because the shitty ass roads in East Cleveland. These motherfuckers that call themselves just quickly trying to patch up the little road when you could have did that shit way before then, and I wouldn't even. You know what I mean? Like. It just like show you the corruption of this wicked ass place.
The assault against her speaks for itself, and his criminal actions are justified by nothing. Martel was fired from the Miami Gardens Police Department. Not only does he face charges in this case, but he's also being investigated in another unrelated case. In Miami Gardens, Ted Scout, CBS 4 News.
That just show you something. At the end of the day, this dude got a whole other case. And that show you that they know he all the way fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Like, literally, they fucking fired him. You ain't about to work here. You know what I mean? That dude about to look dumb. You know what I mean? So the nigga woman get one victory, or she get a victory before she lose. I don't know. But the point of me bringing this whole video out was because the word alleged, it just to show you. Shalakia. That's crazy because I just had the word looked up. Allegedly. When you go to the word allegedly, this is just a Google definition. Allegedly, it's an adverb used to convey that something is claimed to be the case or have taken place, although there is no proof. Now, mind you, they used the alleged victim when she was on the news, right? But they showing the same video on the same news, the news interviewing her, and they put the words alleged victim. But then on the same news channel that's interviewing her, they show footage of her going through this. So how the fuck is it alleged anymore? And then you got people that actually sit and watch. That's a lie, a blatant lie in your fucking face. Why would you even use that word? Because this motherfucker is the master of sorcery. That's satanic. That's wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's evil. You gonna sit up there. And they do that shit every day, though, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they change a reality. You could clearly see that this has taken place, but you saying, I just gave you the definition. So, anyhow, I got two scriptures on my inner lesson because, like I say, it shouldn't have even been this long. It's just like, this is the book of Psalms 58 and 3. No, I'm going to start at verse 1. Psalms 58 and 1. To the chief musician, Tasith, Miktame of David. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Verse 2, yea, and heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. And who is this talking about? This talk about Esau. That would look like a Edomite, but his spirit came across as an Edomite as well. Like I said, who is the most racist? Nigga woman and the so-called white man. Who is the most violent? A motherfucking nigga woman for real, and the so-called what? Because when you go to a nigga woman, I was just saying a nigga woman. It's a grown ass man, right? This bro got her kid. You know the 6 feet distance and stuff and all that, but you know you got to hear her loud as well. But she like my nigga. You better because dude like you could step over to another line. You know what I mean? So she's standing still. I mean, you know, and dude was off. He tried to. He got one item. He trying to hurry and get up out of there. So she cussed him the fuck out. But she took it to another level. And I'm just amazed. Now you know these grocery stores. Most of them got a security guard or some kind of security, or they might have a moonlighting cop. But it was just the way she talked to him, and I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? And the Lord is marking everybody like. Yeah, that same attitude gonna be. That's why I say, like, I watched that shit. You had people terrified when they first shut this shit down. I just found out this 10 states just closed again. You know what I mean? But I saw the brother in Chicago. He was so much in the spirit. He said the Lord is not gonna have no pity on this nigga bitch, and he not though. You know what I mean? Like, why would he? Just like he ain't gonna have pity on a lot of these 2/3 ass niggas. You know what I mean? Your pity was coming now because he gave you grace to go ahead and repent. A nigga ain't gonna repent. A nigga like it here. Salakia. Psalms 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. I mean, they born wicked. You know what I mean? And speaking lies as soon as they born, they speaking lies. I watched a video. This little Edomite girl lied on. She say, basically the parent. You know how parent might ask a kid, "Who did this? Who did this?" She literally, out of anybody, said it was a black guy that ate it. So just come on. They speaking lies now. You know what I mean? They literally sit up. They say alleged victim. Because it can't be proven, but it's all tape showing that this dude is doing this shit. I got one more script, and then I'm going to end the lesson. Salakia for making it this long. Akia. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10, starting at verse 1. No, I'm going to skip. Psalms 10, starting at verse 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices they have imagined. And as you can see, he persecuted that woman. The poor is Israel, you know what I mean? The poor is Jake, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, and the crazy part is she know the law. You know what I mean? As crazy as they say she's supposed to be because she was, what's the word? Irate, you know what I mean? What do you expect? If you was in a car accident, they said that she was talking as if like she was not all the way there or whatever. She was in a car accident. What are you talking about? So, I guess that only affects so-called white people. Huh? For the wicked both, to show you how crazy it is, they'll sit up there and do some of the most racist shit and then not. That's how you know that's a devil. You ever seen a little really badass kid that be always doing something, but then when they try to get out of trouble or when they trying to play it on sympathy, they want to, you know what I mean? That's why it tells you in scripture, children rule over you. After all these atrocities, these fucking pig people that did, they want to make it seem like, like with that show Cracker, you know what I mean? Like you got a show about when if we was in power and the Edomite was basically in a position looked down upon. Don't you know what that like I said, I told you the most violent man in America is the Edomite. Why do you think I constantly bring this up? It's been like 4 hangings since this whole George Floyd thing. I'm talking about modern day 2020, literally motherfuckers hanging off trees, and then they got the audacity to talk about these motherfuckers that climbed up on a tree and hung themselves. You know what I mean? Like, That's why, like I said, if you a person talking about you believe in a white Jesus or the Most High God love everybody and He want everybody to be together, then you the dumbest motherfucker in the world. In 2020, they still hanging niggas, and you talking about we all the same together. I have yet to see a pink white person or so-called white person hanging off a tree. And for we to be seeing that again in our day and age, what? And the thing is, I mean, yeah, this is nothing new under the sun, but at the same time, the difference is this ain't gonna go back and then, like how the civil rights movement was, and then, years go by, and then they let you niggas play football or basketball or be rappers or some shit like that. Like, this is old. Like literally, they just opened up the states to shut states back down. What do you think that means? For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. While Yahweh Shah is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. And at the end of the day, like I said, if that was a nigga, and like if that was just like a domestic violence situation, no camera, she could run and literally say, oh, he did this to me. And if it was a so-called black boyfriend, they'd have came and got him. Now, because it's a so-called white guy, it's allegedly, even though they got the video to prove it. I know the lawyer like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? But you got to go through this whole ritual. Because that courtroom is a ritual, that's a ritual too, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck is you going through all this for? She got the film on the day. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even a civil lawsuit. This is a criminal case. Fuck. On top of the fact, but because it's an Edomite, oh no. But if that would have been a white woman, a so-called white woman, they wouldn't even need no film. I mean, for the most part, and it was a black guy, you know what I mean? Like I say, just like when that guy was in the park and basically he told that woman, you need to, can you put your dog on the leash when you're in the park? It's supposed to be on the leash. And she said, I'm going to call the police and tell them. And then she got on there and was like, oh yeah. That's what I said. Like, all you can do is shake your head. And these niggas is still sit up there and be like, and that's a nigga for you. That's why I call a nigga. Because you'll sit up there and get rah-rah with me, but you'll sit up there and want to forgive. Man, and that's a weak-ass spirit. I'm talking about some of the toughest. You thinking these niggas so tough. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You got some niggas, you know what I mean? But even for the most part, most of these motherfuckers, like I said, do the tap dance because they know where their bread and butter come from. You know what I'm saying? You see that shit every day, you know what I'm saying? And all these people are hurting right now, you know what I mean, from the entertainers. Because the thing is, when you got a lot of money coming in, you spend a lot of money as well. So them entertainers hurting too. The fuck? Why you think them UFC fighters is up there trying to, like Conor McGregor with his semantics, trying to actually stay in the public's mind eye? You know what I mean? Because he trying to be one of the first people to go back to fighting. So I just started interested, and the spirit jumped on me because, like I said, I'm like, wow. After all that, we just sit. I'm watching this. This man clearly got his knee on her, and clearly, and you know what kind of feeling that's got? Because she was with another female. That's how they gonna feel helpless. That woman couldn't do nothing but to literally film her getting that's some scary ass shit. You know what I'm saying? When you really realize that you powerless. You can't even defend yourself. But then I also seen the video where the Jake, where was they in Louisiana, beat the dog shit out of the police officer with his pistol in his holster. You know what I'm saying? Dogged him. So you see the difference? Why you got these silly ass women talking about how they wait for God to talk to them. Like, I listen to God. I don't listen to man walking around with pants on and shit. I listen to God though. So with that, I'm gonna end the lesson. I'm gonna give all praise. Lord, willingly, Lord, please, because like I said, come on, like I said, that little video just right there, because you can't have a whole. Do you know how crazy the country would be if you and it's gonna be a wild ass summer too. You gotta remember the summer just started. You know what I'm saying? If you got shit like this, and it ain't even in August yet. Like, what do you? Because you still got protests going on. You still got all this stuff going on. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched Black Lives Matter go from some little bit, they just marching kumbaya, to now they tear shit up. And up to the point, they tearing up the jails. This shit over with. With that, I'm going to hit the lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Call her loyal, la Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh by Hashem, Rakhakodas with a thumb, double honors, apostles, and elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth for faith and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwat and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this is an edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad. Till next time, Lord willingly, shalom, shalom, and Mawath Lababal. Shalom.